Cry the builder. No, I can't. Like, I done did this.
It's irresponsible for a woman.
Ladies, you have to stop sleeping on the 9-to-5 man.
You're giving this woman everything that I begged you for.
Women usually choose a man based on their level of self-esteem.
You gotta see this one.
My lip filler dissolved after having it for 6 years. And I'm so nervous. I'm so scared that it's gonna hurt because it probably will a little bit of count. But, oh my god, I haven't seen my normal little lips in 6 whole years. Here we go. I'm feeling so emotional about getting my lips dissolved. I don't know why. And I think it's because I'm just like, I don't even recognize myself without them. Like, it's going to be weird. And then the swelling is also going to be pretty bad. So I'm nervous for that too. Here we go.
You pretty, baby. So pretty, baby. Let me see. Let me see.
Nigga, what?
Love you, baby.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
And this is the price that women are willing to pay in order for them to feel good inside, which has them thinking that they're physically looking good on the outside. Just making the alteration to them says, I'm pretty. Why? Because that's what television tells them. But realistically, the more cosmetics you do, the older you look, the faker you look.
Women usually choose a man based on their level of self-esteem, and men usually choose a woman based on his level of consciousness. So if you look at a man and he's with a woman that's a dodo brain, she don't got no, she's just dumb as a scarecrow, big fake boobs, fake eyelashes, all that. You can see where his consciousness is. You can see where he at in life, where he chose that. He could have got an intelligent woman. He could have got a woman that looked very different and act very different, but he chose her. That show you his level of consciousness. And then you can look at a woman and the man she with, and if he's rude, boorish, belligerent, or bellicose, but she's still with him, it's probably because she need him. Because why you got a man with money but treating you bad? That show your level of self-esteem. Women usually choose a man.
Your woman will build a reputation of you and to how people are going to treat you. Those are facts.
This is why women refuse to accept accountability and would rather cry, walk away, walk out the room, block his number, whatever, because we rather do that than take accountability.
Right.
This is the part men don't understand. Attention is attention. Attention is attention. So whether it's good attention, whether it's bad attention, as long as we are the center of it, it doesn't really matter. All of that emotional spiraling is because it gets us attention.
This is why, as a man, I tell guys all the time, you have to be able to be stoic whenever a woman is running her mouth and learn not to argue with her, because sometimes she's just doing it because she's bored. When you're stuck on your dream and where you have to go, it's best a woman is your helpmate just to keep her busy, to keep her from being bored, to aggravate you for attention.
Niggas who are broke will come up with any reason to argue, any reason to go back and forth, any reason for anything. A broke nigga will beat you the fuck up, okay? That's something I need you to understand and not play with. If he broke, leave him alone. And I'm dead serious. Do not build him up. Then that's going to build a resentful. We ain't got time for that. Like, I done did that already. I done played Bob the Builder. Kai can fix it. Kai the Builder. No, I can't. Like, I done did that shit. Where I done, like, try to put the little pieces of shattered glass back together to create this man who I knew he could be, because I pictured him in my head and I had this old potential and an ideal, and that nigga don't never become it. As a matter of fact, he becomes it after me. Now I'm sitting here with a resentful face, mad as talking about something. I can't believe that he's out here, you know, living his life without me.
Oh, we got to stop you there, young lady. So you mean to tell me the whole time that the man is with you, he's on his lowest? The man gets rid of you, he jumps to his highest, but now you're mad? Get in the comments. Let's see what she has to say.
You the dummy. You knew the nigga wasn't shit when you met him. You knew the nigga wasn't shit when you was talking to him. You knew the nigga wasn't shit when you peeped all the shit, when you scoped the scenery out. So why would you ever think like that wouldn't happen? But that's all. That's if I tell you, if you don't listen to nothing else, do not with a nigga when he is broke. You end up broken. You become whoever you hang out with. That's who the become. Do not do that shit. Now you trying to tote the bill for a nigga and you could barely afford you. Huh?
These are the type of women who could only mess with broke dudes, because these type of women date broke dudes for control. What she's doing is going through the bitter phase. This is where the broke dude upgraded himself and left her alone because she kept him vibrating low. You have to understand, the older men get, the more they start to think logically. But women, especially narcissist women, and I'm not going to call her a narcissist woman, but I am going to say, you kept dealing with broke dudes. When he elevated, he got away from you. He's happier, new girlfriend. You're mad he's living a perfect life. You got to check your own energy at that point instead of placing victim to everything.
Ladies, you have to stop sleeping on the 9-to-5 man. You have to stop sleeping on the guy with work ethic, with dedication, and that has potential. Because what you don't want to do is deal with a guy that's going to do 10 to 20 and he's going to leave you with a child that you can't take care of, and he ain't going to be able to send no child support home for. So don't overlook these guys that go to work every day. He's showing you consistency, he's showing you work ethic, and he's showing you with your inspiration, he can be a boss.
And women, you can take a regular man and push him to his greatest just by seeing the potential when he's showing you the potential. Too many women, especially black women, when a man is trying to do something good, you don't congratulate him or give him the confidence. You tell him, well, you didn't do this. Well, you didn't do this. Or you try to place yourself as being the one responsible for his glory.
Viral of this girl breaking down. This video is going viral of this girl breaking down reasons why men should have to pay on the first date. But this guy breaks down all of her reasons, and the number value he arrives at is shocking. So she starts off by listing all the different products that she has to purchase in order to make herself look good for her date. And the products she's purchasing are quite expensive when you really look at it. And so what he does is he calculates the cost per use for each of the items. So if you look here at the top, it says $98 for a 150 milliliter bottle. So that's 65 cents for one use, if one use is about 1 milliliter. So example, one of these other products, she uses 4 drops in the video, which is equivalent to about 65 cents for that product, for the date. And as she continues, he keeps tallying up the numbers, and they go pretty high because she's claiming that her total value for her makeup for that one date was $758. But when he tallies up all the units per use, it's $12.05. It's equivalent to a small Big Mac meal. But what do you guys think about this?
Now, if she shows up on that date and there's no makeup and she's all natural and I think she's pretty, I think she's going to be worth more money. The longer she sits in the mirror, the longer she sits in the bathroom doing her hair, the less valuable she is.
17 and a half years married, 4 kids. I begged this man, please, I've never been out of the U.S. Can we please go out of the U.S.? No. I get a text from him 5 minutes ago. What does it say? Hey, I need your permission. It's in the planning, but me and Eric, his fiance, are taking her kids and he wants to take Kylie to Mexico. 17 and a half years. And now you're giving this woman everything that I begged you for.
Life could be harsh for a woman whenever a man has options. It really hurts when a man leaves a woman and goes and gives another woman the world, when you have women that abandon men all the time. When the tables turn, women still don't want to be accountable. And yes, that pain runs deep.
Bro, the weirdest thing just happened, bro. Like, I'm in the crib eating my oxtail and I'm tearing that thing up. And like mid-eat, like one tear just fall down my eye. I'm like, what the hell? My mood just changed. And I'm like, what was I just thinking about? And then I was like, man, this reminds me of my mom made this, all the time when I was a kid. And like, I'm getting all sad. I'm like, man, they not gonna live forever. And damn, I should be married by now with kids. All my friends married with kids. They be in a group chat posting their kids all the time, having a damn post off with their kids. And I'm just over here like, bro, when we finna hop on duty or something. But like, in all seriousness, like, I got friends reaching out to other friends like, bro, what up with that? Bro, like, he ain't, like, he ain't trying to get married, he ain't trying to have no kids or whatever. I'm like, man, nah, I'm feeling some kind of way. My birthday coming up. I'm getting old my damn self. I'm just sad. I ain't really had nothing else to say, so I just went for a walk. I just wanted to, is it all right if I can feel away? Is that all right? Can I feel away?
A lot of people are having kids because they're bored. Take your money, travel the world, and get the most out of life. You can have kids when you can't do nothing else. We just ain't living in those times no more. We're living in times where everything is cuckoo.
That's a woman screaming at her infant, and a bunch of women in the comments are blaming the man, saying he's irresponsible. He probably wasn't taking the baby enough. And let me make something clear. If it is unacceptable for a father to scream at his infant child like that, it's irresponsible for a woman, a mother, to scream at her child like that. You're acting like that baby was 2-3 months old. That baby is at least a year old, and she's screaming at him. Sometimes it's not postpartum mental health. Sometimes there are some really shitty mothers. Did you ever think about that? No? Okay, because some of us grew up like and beaten by mothers just like that. So, but it's postpartum, right?
They're always pointing out the flaws inside of a man and completely ignoring a woman's flaws based off of how they feel.
I just have one question. What did black women do to black men that was so bad? What do we do historically that was so bad?
Stole our children and used them as pawns for child support. You embarrass us on the daily by not dressing modestly. You talk about our mothers when we disagree with your behavior. You call us homosexual when we assert our masculinity. You lie on us to the world by telling them that we unalive you every 5.5 hours. You call the police on us and get us thrown in prison or jail more than anybody else. You disrespect us when we try to bring together our families, which is what you did when you brought up Kevin Samuels in your video. You claim that we're trash and deadbeat fathers even though we are the most involved in our children's lives. You always talking about how we bash you, but you never bring up the videos of us doing so. What you would rather do is just say it and then act like the videos we do post about you aren't about your behavior, mannerisms, and characteristics that we wish would change. And now here you are acting like a victim, crying to us because we're verbally telling you something. Now, I'll admit, some of us ain't shit, but most of us are. Chill out with the pity.
Get in the comments and let me know. Does he have a point?
This is the recipe for divorce.
Men, make sure you have a vision before you invite a woman into your life. But women, if you meet a man with a vision, don't create two visions in the house. Submit your vision to his vision. Write the word vision down, please. V-I-S-I-O-N. Now write the prefix down, die, D-I. The prefix die means two, T-W-O, two. Now put die in the front of vision, what do you get? Division. What's division? Two visions in the same place. That means if a woman comes with her own vision and doesn't submit to the man's vision, you got division. That's the word for divorce.
If that woman is not going to help you build and she's not going to ride with you, that is not the woman that you want to marry or be around for long term. Granted, men, you like to go on dates and you like to sleep with women. Keep them in that category. But when it comes to wifing them up, if she's not getting with your vision, get on up out of there.
You took my motherfucking family away and got the nerve to say you did it as a single mother. You let your pride get in the way like we don't need each other. Deep down inside, I really think you want to see me suffer. Deep down inside, I do believe you wasn't competition. You said I left, like really though, like it was my decision. That shit you did was out of line, but we ain't gotta mention. You like to talk, but just enough that you ain't gotta listen. I'm out the picture and the kids think it's picture perfect. Because you told them all our problems when it wasn't working. And then you held that shit against me when I wasn't working. For what it's worth, it's nothing worse than feeling like you worthless. I know it's hurting every time I'm thinking about my daughter. Cause she don't know how much her dad is really in the corner. Because she only value love from all the shit you bought her. And she don't know what love is, and that's the way you taught her. It's like I'm being tortured. You took my family away. Took my motherfucking family away.
And he's right, black women, that's what you do. You only need a man there to produce the kids. After he produced the kids, you get rid of them. It's called the Black Widow effect. That's what black widow spiders do. They get pregnant by the male spider. Once the babies are on the way, she gets rid of the male spider and she births the baby spiders by herself, raises them by herself, so she gets all the credit. He is speaking facts.
So yeah, y'all read that right. I said, if we sleep together, we go together. So you become intimate with somebody, I'm going to give you a little time to clean up your affairs and get things in order, because I know how it is when you're dating. I'm not going to give you that long. And so it could be a point of contention in a relationship between when you become intimate and when you breach the subject for us to be exclusive. But it has never been a point of contention for me, because, I mean, just got to be honest, men usually breach the subject of us being exclusive in a timely fashion. So I don't know if I have to worry about that. But if I ever did, that's when another one of my toxic traits is going to come out, because I'm not talking to you. I'm not giving you no ultimatum, because that's too much like begging for me. I'm going to walk away. And you may think things are going well, and I'm going to walk away. I'm not saying nothing. And I'm going to telepathically send you what I would have told you with my mouth. But again, I can't do too much talking, because men don't listen no way. So yeah, that's another toxic trait, right? I'm going to walk away. Got to make it exclusive, and you got to do it fast, because once we sleep together, we go together.
This why y'all got to stay away from them cougars, man. Them cougars be mentally messed up. When you start seeing pretty women over the age of 30 and she just magically doesn't have a man, it doesn't mean every man before you was bad. It means that it's something wrong with her. And a lot of guys, you ignore that red flag because you think you have a prize that another man didn't see.
It's like if you're ever planning a first date, never allow the first date to be more than what you're wearing. You know, so it's like if you have on, let's say, $200 worth of things, the date should not be more than $200.
Is that for both of you or just for her?
No, that's just for me, because honestly, I'm paying, right? So if I have on $250 worth of stuff, I don't need to be doing $250 worth of things, because now I'm out $250 that I could spend, let's say, on another outfit or whatever it is that I want to do.
And I disagree with that. See, it all depends on the type of person that you are. I know people that buy $200 outfits, but a lot of them don't have a nice car and live in a nice neighborhood. Matter of fact, majority of people that spend a lot of money on outfits typically don't have a lot of other things in life. I think that when you start to become more conservative in life, you spend less on things that are really not that valuable. So a lot of people may wear cheaper clothes and live in a bigger house, but could afford the $200 meal. I've seen it.
Or just chatting. But one thing that I feel like people do not talk about enough when it comes to wealth building is the ability to build wealth so much faster when you have a spouse. Like, this generation is so focused on, especially men, like, let me get my money first and then I'm a date. Or let me get to where I want to be. Women too, actually. Let me get to where I want to be in my career and then I'm a date, or I'm going to figure it out, or then I'm going to start taking people serious, or then I'm going to look to get married. But it's just like, if you truly have that wealth building mindset, I know for me, my whole life, like, this is how I've been forever, not just now, like for literally ever, as long as I can remember. I've saw the value in growing with somebody. I saw the value in me and this person are building together right now. And I think a lot of people look down on that thought process, but it's like, you know who's a bum and who's genuinely building with you. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, as a woman, I'm not building with no man. Like, I get those people, I do, but also there's a difference between somebody who is doing the same things as you at the same time as you, and y'all are just doing it together, simultaneously, helping each other. Like, that to me is building together. Not I'm building you up, doing everything, and you do nothing. Like, that's not the scenario I'm talking about. But anyways, I say what to say. Like, true wealth building, it happens so much faster when you have a spouse or somebody with you. And I just know for me, like, the power couple dynamic that I've had in my mind for years, like, as long as I can remember when it came to dating. And that's why it has always been so hard for me to date, because if you don't get the vision or whatever I have for my life, like, it's never going to work. But I say a lot to say, this generation should switch the mindset that they have of like, let me wait till I'm well established and then I'm a date. Because it's like, you miss out on the beauty of seeing and hitting those milestones with somebody else, and also propelling you that much faster. I promise you, those couples or those people that we see getting married now at 21, 22, whatever, and we're looking at them like, why are y'all doing that when y'all have so much time? But like, those people are buying houses. Those people are investing their money together. Like, if they're doing it the right way, there are people who are not doing it the right way, but the people that are doing it the right way, like, they're going to be 26, 27, have equity in their home, and you done lived in a condo for 3 years paying rent. You know what I mean? So it's just like, the wealth building happens a lot faster. Just pay attention to it. And those people who feel like they need to have their whole life established before they date, like, honestly, change that mindset. If you want the power couple dynamic, if your wealth building is really a priority for you, I think you should start dating now.
Sounds good, but it doesn't really work that way. When someone is building wealth, you have tunnel vision. You're locked into the things that you want to do. You're looking for a helpmate. There's not a lot of couples out there that are going to meet and automatically start being helpmates to each other, especially when we're dealing with a matrix world where the internet is running everything. In my opinion, what she's talking about is facts, but getting around to it is rare. Every man needs to be working on his own vision and finding a helpmate to help him get to the top. Without a vision, you'll never get to that thought process.